You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
I'm back. Road Rants for Black and White Live. We're going to talk about Mike Florio because the head Corona bro himself has come out and made some comments, and now he is virtue signaling for the NFL and the NFLPA to install some mandatory vaccines. That's right. He just can't lay off the gas. He asked the question, is it too late for them to come together on the agreement? I'm going to point something out in a second, because if they were to do mandatory vaccines and you had players literally say, I'm not doing this, you would have 4 teams without starting quarterbacks, essentially. Sam Darnold came out a while back and said, you know what? I'm not ready. I'm not comfortable with it. You've got Lamar Jackson, Ravens, saying the same thing, essentially. Kirk Cousins, pretty much the same thing. And you've got Mac Jones and Cam Newton, 2 quarterbacks on the same team that basically punted on the question the other day when they were asked if they were vaccinated. They basically told the reporter, it's none of your damn business. Now, once again, if you chose to get vaccinated, congratulations. If you chose not to, congratulations. We believe it's your business. Nobody should tell you what you need to do. Nor do I think Mike Florio should be making that decision on behalf of players, but he's trying to make it anyway. Here we go, because good Lord, he's about to wet himself over the fact that there may be some players in the league that's still not vaccinated. Is it too late for NFL and NFLPA to agree to mandatory player vaccines? More and more companies, including the league office, have begun to require COVID-19 vaccinations. I think that is absurd. Given both the struggle to get people to choose to take it and ever-changing circumstances regarding a pandemic that is becoming an endemic, months ago, the NFL and the NFL Players Association decided that players would not be required to be vaccinated. By the way, 90% of the league's vaccinated now. Circumstances have changed since then. Now, given the close quarters that players occupy both on and off the field, and in light of the manner in which the Delta variant is rampaging through the nation, he made sure he used that terminology to get you all lathered up, rampaging through the nation with too many occupants who foolishly fear neither fear nor anything else. Yeah, he actually wrote that. It makes sense to take a step back and ask the question, should the league and the union agree that the vaccine will be mandatory? One source on the management side of the ledger says it won't happen and can't happen, that the union would never approve of it. Okay, you would think Florio would end it right there. One source, let me read that again. One source on the management side of the ledger says it won't happen and can't happen, that the union would never approve of it. Well, you would think he'd let it go right there, but no, we can't do that. However, with more than 90% of the players already vaccinated, a vote of all players or all player representatives or the executive committee possibly would result in a decision to make vaccinations mandatory. The union recently suggested daily testing for vaccinated players. I think that is also utterly ridiculous. It's a safety measure. Requiring vaccination is another safety measure. Unions are split on the matter of mandatory vaccines. The AFL-CIO supports vaccine mandates. Other unions favor preserving the ability to rank and file to choose whether to get vaccinated. The NFLPA staked out a middle ground, insisting no mandate, but agreeing to a host of incentives and disincentives aimed at getting players to choose to get vaccinated. Once again, we're talking about world-class elite athletes in fantastic shape. Even so, many players already vaccinated, it's likely the NFLPA would not choose to change course. Now, as the pandemic once again rages, oh my God, this guy is the fear monger of mongerers. Now, once again, as the pandemic rages, the nation lacks the kind of leadership to successfully get enough people to choose to get vaccinated. A decision by the NFL and the NFLPA to make the vaccine mandatory could prompt other companies to do the same. Oh, God. So he's wanting a fallout out of this. He wants the NFL to lead by example and make other companies, which I also don't agree with, to make the vaccine mandatory. It could also prompt other Americans who are vaccine hesitant. No, it won't. Or vaccine no way in hesitant. Thanks, Florio, for the word pun. To finally do the right thing. It remains unlikely, and that's unfortunate. As a source noted, a quote ton of star players are opposed to the vaccine. If it ever would have made sense to force them to choose between getting vaccinated or not playing, it's too late to change course now. It would create too big of a mess and potentially would result in multiple high-profile players walking away from the 2021 season, which would be a utter disaster for all kinds of reasons. So, it does indeed seem to be too late to make mandatory vaccinations, which means that someone else needs to stand up and provide the kind of leadership necessary to get us through what hopefully will be the strangest days of our lifetime, because it's hard to imagine them getting any stranger. Yeah, wait till they come up with another variant conveniently around the next presidential election. Oh, I said that out loud. I'm sorry. Yeah. So, we've got Florio once again out there waving his vaccine pom-poms, trying to get the NFL and the NFLPA to come together and install mandatory vaccinations. Now, let's say they did that and all of those quarterbacks decide to walk. You just officially tanked the season on the Patriots, who have a chance to get that last playoff spot, on the Vikings, who has a chance to make the playoffs without a doubt. What about the Panthers? Sam Darnold? Maybe. You never know. You never know. And definitely the Ravens, who have Super Bowl aspirations. You're asking all those teams to potentially tank their seasons. Not to mention, if you have that many quarterbacks walk away from the game, the quality of play is going to be rat bastard awful. And never mind television ratings dropping, and they're going to drop. If you lose that many quarterbacks in the league, they're going to drop. There's always been a correlation between the NFL quality QB play and NFL ratings dropping. It would be a disaster for the league, a disaster for those teams, and a disaster for the city. Look, never mind the fact that the city's been waiting for NFL football to come back so they can go into the stadium and see, in a lot of these cases, their star quarterbacks play. In New England, they've never watched Cam Newton or Mac Jones play. Okay? Carolina, do you think those fans don't want to see Sam Darnold play? Florio doesn't care about any of that. Number one, he's rooting for chaos. I've heard him say it on the Pro Football Television show. He's rooting for chaos because it self-admittedly, by him, makes a fantastic story to talk about. I mean, I kind of get that because of what I do for a living. But come on, Florio. I mean, really? This is ridiculous, and it's amazing how he wants people to just check their rights at the door because of his own personal belief set. That's what kills me about the whole group that's out there waving the pom-poms for this shit. Let's be real. Oh, yeah, if you call for a mandatory vaccine mandate, you guys get to win now, don't you? Think about that. Okay? I mean, that's the thing. Again, I'm not against you if you choose to get it. It's your own personal decision. But the fact is, you are hoping for a big old W. Okay? You're hoping for a W and a laugh after everybody has to get a mandatory vaccine. That would make your day. I know it would. You would laugh all the way to I don't know where you'd go, but to hell maybe? That's the one place I can think of. This is ridiculous. And this late in the game, we've already played. We're about to go through, 2 preseason games are gone. And by the end of the weekend, the first preseason will already be over with. The first preseason set of games will be over with. And where are they supposed to find quarterbacks if all these quarterbacks decide to walk? My God. Tell me what you think, Black and White Live fans. Oh, my God. Peace. I'm out. Florio. Till next.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.